What's good, guys? Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the truck wagon. We need to do a couple of modifications to it. We have a issue with the water temp gauge that's in there, so we have bought a new water temp gauge. We also need to finish wiring in our oil pressure gauge too as well. The reason why we're replacing the water temp gauge is because the one on the dash is reading hot, but it's not overheating, so that's another issue I got going on. If everybody watched this channel before, you do know I have a big 2.5 core radiator with a high flow fan pusher. Anyway, it's getting hot. That's what the temp gauge says, but it's not boiling over or anything like that, so we're gonna put a different gauge in just to see what's going on, because yeah, it's been warm out here. It's been like 105 degrees out here in Utah. Nice and warm. But yeah, it's pretty simple to do, guys. We'll walk you through it. We're gonna mount somewhere to mount it. I don't know where yet, but this is where the oil pressure gauge is just sitting at the moment. Oops, I hold the camera up there. That's where it's sitting, so I'm not sure where we're gonna mount it. Probably somewhere right here, probably as well, but I don't know yet. We'll see. First, we gotta get in there and get it all together. All right, well, first off, we have to locate our wire temp gauge. Well, our wire temp gauge is right here. So what we gotta do is we're gonna pop off this wire. We're actually gonna do something with these, because this is a wire temp gauge which we're not gonna be using anymore, and this was our oil gauge, which, you know, we put our own oil gauge line in there. This guy, we're not using it anymore, so we might just tuck it away, clean up some wiring a little bit, because we got a big old mess of wiring still too we gotta clean up. So gotta get a socket on this. Looks like a 17 or an 18. There we go. Get that on there. Grab our little extension. Pop it on. Grab a wrench. Now in this process you are going to be losing a little bit of coolant, but not much. So we'll just pop this thing off like that. See what I tell you? You're losing a little bit of coolant. Okay, maybe we'll lose a lot more coolant than I thought it was. Anyway, yeah, that was fun. Let me see if I can locate that thermostat, because I don't know where the frick it went to now after he popped it off. Alright, so first thing is what we gotta do is we gotta pull this out of the box, because we gotta determine what one we gotta use, because we got this adapter. And then in the box itself we have screws and 2 more adapters just in case there's different thread size. So whoop, we're gonna find out after we drop everything what thread size this is. I'm hoping it's just this guy right here, and we can just thread it in and we're good to go. Alright guys, so I made a mistake. Technically you're supposed to be using one of these down into the hole, and that threads into here because it pushes this together to seal it. That's my bad, so don't listen to the first thing I said. Alright, so after a little Teflon tape, put that on in there like that, it is ready to go. So now what we need to do is we need to figure out where we're going to put this, because I've got to run this through the firewall first and back out, then screw it in, because this will not fit through the firewall and it does not screw in anywhere else. So yeah, let's go find out where we're going to put that now. Alright, so on the inside here, before my camera dies, we had to take out the inside trim piece here, run it down, ran the wire for the thermostat gauge, ran it down here behind this and down there. And there's how that gets put in. Now comes the fun part. We get to mount the gauge to the dash. Alright guys, well, I had to charge my camera, but basically what we did is, I don't know if you guys can see it back here, but put a couple screws right there, mounted our brackets. I don't know if you can hear me, but screws back there, mounted our brackets. I was talking through the window, but that's how it's gonna go. We're gonna put this gauge here, and then the oil pressure gauge is gonna go right next to it right there. I gotta undo this, and crossing my fingers I don't have to get another keyway to fit in that thing. And then turn around here. We're gonna wire in the lights, ground these wires out, bring them back over for the positive off of this guy here, because that's just for our marker lights on the roof, and then just ground out the wire, and we will be done with wiring in those. Well guys, look at that. They're all there. See if we can get a closer look at them for you. There you go. Oil gauge is there. It works. No leaks. Water gauge is temp gauge, whatever you want to call it. Coolant temp gauge is all sitting right there. It's working. It's sitting about 175, 180. We'll go for a little drive later to see how that reacts to everything. So it's all done. The wiring, I need to get some things done. We ran a positive off of this wire. We'll tuck it back under here, and then we'll get like some tubing or something and just cover up the wiring and electrical stuff right back there. And all I did was just ground it right here to the dash, because you know, I don't really care, because it's just a work truck and kind of restore truck, but it'll be a fun truck. We just gotta make sure everything works. Now, a few more gauges up here, we'll be good to go. You know, work on this like gas tank too, but we're not doing that today because I'm still waiting on parts for that. It's back ordered. But let's shut this off. Other than that, everything's working like it's supposed to. So, yeah, let's put this paneling back together. Well, if you guys like that short little video, that's awesome. Please remember to like, share, subscribe if you want to see more content, and also follow me on all my social media, which is in the link in the description below. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.